pictures.
You have that book in the house?
I think I have it in the house. If I don't, it's in school still. But I actually think I have it in the house.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what happened to all the stuff in your desk and all that stuff in school.
Honestly, I forgot. I forgot about all that stuff.
Which shows you what? What did you learn from that?
Oh, like I remember all the math methods and stuff, but I forgot where. I don't think we. I forgot that we bring it in the house or we left it in our lockers. I think we left it in our lockers, in our rooms.
Yeah, but let me tell you what that shows you. That shows you that those are just things.
Yeah.
And all that stuff can be replaced.
Yeah.
Those are just things. Like, remember when we went over to my friend's house and he showed you all those hot sauce and all those pictures? You know, he had the Beatles and Aretha Franklin, all those pictures he has, they all signed by the artist. And it's like, well, those were albums, all the albums that he had framed. All those, I told you that all those frames are actual albums inside the frame. And he had 90% of them are all signed by someone. And he has them all over his house. And he has all those hot sauces from all around the world, all surrounding the walls. Hundreds of hot sauce. He doesn't even open the hot sauce to eat them. He doesn't indulge in it. He just really liked that look. And now he's realizing that these are just things. He doesn't even care about them anymore. And he spent so much money. You know, the picture that was in the garage with the guy I told you his name, from Seinfeld. Yeah, the one who said the N-word, so he put him in the garage.
Yeah.
That picture alone is probably $10,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, because it was the original picture from the show, from the Seinfeld show. And he has it. And then he has the pictures of the Sopranos. All these things are just things, son. We always have to remember that. We got to take care of the things we have. Like, you know, we can't break the screens on our tablets. We can't just start cutting holes in our clothes, drawing on our clothes with permanent marker, writing on our walls in our rooms. We can't do these things because it's just destroying the things we have. So you want to take care of it, but you don't want to love them.
I love this. No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's like, oh, I love these pants and I love this car. At the end of the day, you know.
You don't love it. You like it.
Yeah, it's best. Well, people do love it. That's the problem. They need to learn to enjoy it.
Yeah. That's a good one instead of like enjoy it.
Enjoy it, like it, but don't love it. Don't covet is the word. You don't want to covet things, especially things that can be replaced.
You don't want to brag. Oh, I love this. I love this car.
Yeah. Like it, enjoy it, take care of it. But love your family. Love yourself. Love is so much deeper than things.
Yeah.
So, you know, little things like that is important to learn now that you're 9 years old. You want to take this opportunity and learn as much as you can about the little things and what's truly important, you know? So those things that you had in school, they're just things.
Yeah.
Look at this A5 right here, all white, looking like white mayonnaise.
It is.
Nice.
That's a bright white.
Yeah, man. It's Tuesday, the 21st of March. And watching the sheeple.
The sheeple.
Yeah, it's like sheep and people. Sheeple.
Sheep.
With all their masks on their face. Look, this guy doesn't have one on. Good for him. This thing is truly representing itself as a hoax. I mean, it's such a hoax.
No such thing as a airborne virus.
Yeah, well, you know, I was talking to the doc about that. You know, how some people, they do get some things happen. Like if let's say you're in a very close environment with a bunch of people, and, you know, let's say you're sharing a spoon, eating the same meals, sharing a cigarette, you know, you can get this thing called tuberculosis. And tuberculosis is a disease that does mess with your respiratory system and all that. And I remember how back in the 90s, everywhere you went, they were putting in all these air filtration systems. Like everywhere you went, from the hospitals to the gyms and schools, there was this huge push to ventilate every room that there was available. All these rooms had to be ventilated where clean air could come in and bad air could go out. And most of that was a scam. Most of that was done by people that wanted to make massive amounts of money off of fear. You know? So it's a lot of times you don't know what to believe. But more and more doctors are coming forward and saying that that guy Fauci, the one who was standing next to the president, short guy, old man, how he has been around for 30 years promoting vaccines and fear, and ever since when people had AIDS. You know what AIDS is? You ever heard of AIDS? It's another fake epidemic. Only poor people, gay people, and drug addicts got the disease. So it wasn't that much of an epidemic if you weren't poor. If you were poor and you had any disease, they said it was AIDS, and they put you on this drug called AZT. And then we find out that the drug AZT is what was killing everybody. He's a nice guy.
He's from Texas.
Well, his plates are from Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's from Texas.
I meant to say plates.
That was nice of him to tell us that we can go. You know? At the Camry. Keep it under control. He doesn't have on a ventilator. Neither does this guy to the left of us in this Range Rover. He doesn't have on a mask neither. A lot of people are aware that it's a hoax. I don't know if they think it's a hoax. They think it's just not that serious. I would argue that the whole thing is a hoax. And this is just a way to control the people. You know, everybody got to now take a shot. I was talking to the doc yesterday, and he was saying, how are they going to give people a shot for a new vaccine, for a new strand of the coronavirus, when they don't even have a vaccine that stops the common cold? So you telling me you can't stop the common cold, but you're going to stop COVID?
That makes no sense.
How? Boom. Exactly.
How you heal it away?
How in the world are you gonna? How in the world you can't make the common cold go away, but you're gonna make Corona go away?
So how does cold go away? You stay home and you drink tea, you get better. Same thing probably with COVID.
Yeah, well, even though there are flus that, no joke, they will kill you. I remember the one and only time I caught the flu. I caught the flu one time, And let me tell you, man, I thought I was gonna die. That's how sick I got. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna die. Oh my God, man. I was so sick. I was I left the bar business when I was 37, so I might have been about 34. 34? Yeah. I was with your mom, and I was 32 years old. Because I met your mother when I was 31. So about a year and a half later, we were still living in Harlem. And I got so sick, dude. I mean, I'd never been that sick before.
I had the flu before.
I don't think you ever had the flu, son. You never had the flu. You've never had the flu. You've had...
I heard it in second grade.
No, you've gotten sick from the asthma, but you've never gotten the flu, dude.
Oh, yeah. People believe their cars are natural drugs.
Yeah, because they buy into the system, son. They believe that everything that's here on the TV and the news is real. They don't know that they're being lied to and duped and tricked and played.
Yep, when I was riding with Grandma Karen, this guy had garbage bags over here, over this, that cut in pieces, right here. Oh, his whole car, even these buttons.
All the buttons in plastic.
Buttons in plastic.
Yeah, stick shift in plastic, all that, right?
Yeah.
You see these little, you know what these white bikes are for, right? You know? Tell me what they're for.
They were riding on the bike right there, and they got hit by a car.
So whenever you see these, they're all over the city. That represents a cyclist that has been killed on the road. It's unfortunate, but it's, it happens a lot in New York. But de Blasio, he changed the speed limit from 30 to 25, and that has helped out a lot. Because if you get hit by a car at 35 miles an hour, or 30 miles an hour, you can bigger chance you're getting killed. Where if you get hit by a car at 25, that little 5 mile per hour makes such a difference on the way your body's gonna, the inside your, your intestines and all that kind of stuff. This is the Barclay. And the Barclay on the top has all that foliage. Do you see all the grass on the top of the... And you see those lines?
It looks so Illuminati.
Illuminati, really? Interesting. I always thought it looked like a spaceship. But the reason why, you see the top has all the grass on it like that?
Yeah.
Well, what you have to know is that if you take grass, there's dirt there. They have dirt and grass, and then all those tracks, they have water that feeds the tracks. There's water that feeds these tracks to allow it to grow. And what it is just that anytime you're under the ground, you can maintain a certain temperature. The temperature under the ground is something like, so let's say you just want to dig a regular hole. When you put a thermometer in that hole, it's like 55 degrees. So what they're doing is they're cooling off that whole entire building. It's going to take a lot less to air condition and heat that building by having that grass up there and that dirt. Yes, because it's represented as if that building is under the ground. It has the same effects as if the building was dug underground and you built an underground stadium. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build an underground stadium but above ground. And by adding the grass, the way they've done it, keeps the building cooler. So that means less air conditioning power, and that means less heating. So it'll maintain that 50-something degrees a lot. Instead of trying to, you have the sun beating down on that building. Very different.
Yeah, I get it now.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have these people that live in these states, like, Arizona and all these places. And what they do is they built half the house underground, and the other half is just full of windows. So that when the sun is going down, they always have the windows facing, where does the sun go down? Do you know the sun comes up in the what and goes down in the what?
The sun comes up in the east side.
Yes.
The sun goes down in the west side.
Correct. Rises in the east. So when the sun rises in the east, you're going to have the most sun coming at you all day. But by the time it gets to the other side of your house, which is west, you have all your windows and you can enjoy beautiful sunsets. But while it's in the east, what you have is the east, you have dirt covering that side of the house. And a lot of them are beautiful. I got to show you some videos on some of these houses that they do that to. Bridge here. Have to put some hands on that guy. See him doing that. No, I'm joking. It's almost nothing you could do. This graffiti is just, everywhere in New York again. And it's not even like when I was a kid. Don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, there was some trash, but a lot of art was coming out of graffiti. Where now it's all about just tagging. Do you know what tagging means?
Like having a logo.
Exactly, like having a logo. Everyone wants to have their own logo, so they're running around promoting themselves. It's a very selfish world we live in. Everyone is about me, me, me. Look at me. Look at my food. Look at my socks. Look at my new phone. Look where I'm going. Look what I'm wearing. Look at me, 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 me. I'm so amazing.
Exactly.
So that's the same thing is happening with graffiti. Graffiti is a true narcissistic. Do you know what narcissistic means?
I heard it before. I heard the word and I heard the meaning before, but I forgot.
Yeah, narcissistic is me, all about me. Forget about you. Who cares about you? Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm so incredible. I'm so fabulous.
That's all these girls in my class have. These beautiful girls. They call their cell phone. They call themselves the bag of them, the mean girls, and that's how they act. Oh, me, me, me. Look at my phone. I got the iPhone 11. You suck. Look at you. Ew.
Exactly.
That's how they be. Me, me,
exactly.
me. I'm in love with me. Look at me. Look at my socks. Well, I'm going to the Louis Vuitton store tomorrow. That's
Girls in your school talk like that?
In my class, there's like at least 8 of them that in the group that does that.
Wow. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, we got about 18 minutes. Maybe we'll do 20 minutes and stop it. I just wanted to show people Brooklyn on a Tuesday evening where normally there'll be 55 times more cars than there is right now. So interesting, this city we live in. Everything just shut down, abandoned. All the little mom and pops are just shut down. Everyone is struggling. Maybe we'll go get ice cream over there at that spot, at the ice cream house.
Oh, yay. Sounds good.
Thank you for watching. This is Halsey Street. Halsey has what some might consider to be beautiful brownstones. I would argue and say they're not that beautiful on the inside. Nothing like Harlem and nothing like Red Hook. This is Flatbush. And Flatbush, yes, they do have brownstones, but the inside of these brownstones have not fared well. Whereas you go to Harlem, we have granite and mahogany wood and all kind of amazing things. Whereas a lot of these are just, places to live and get up and go to work and watch TV and come home. They're not, as beautiful as Red Hook and as beautiful as Harlem. Sorry. These are just facts.
Boom.